One of the most interesting new electric cars to arrive in Ireland this year is undoubtedly the new Hyundai Ioniq 6. Following on from the Ioniq 5, which is one of Ireland's most popular electric cars, the Ioniq 6 is a four-door fully electric saloon, and it goes up against other cars like the BMW i4, Tesla Model 3 and Polestar 2. But is the Ioniq 6 a good alternative to its premium rivals? In this video we'll take a look to find out, but before we start remember to check out Carzone for Hyundai's for sale from trusted sellers. Starting outside, the Ioniq 6 is unconventional looking to say the least, and it mixes together saloon, coupe and fastback styling details into one unusual package, but in my opinion it looks great. This is because it has been designed with aerodynamics in mind. In fact, it has one of the best drag coefficients of any car on the market right now. Up front it has a smooth face with these air vents that open and close to feed air into the battery when it needs to cool down, while the roof raises quite dramatically along the sides and slopes off dramatically at the rear too. Some might not agree, but at the rear the Ioniq 6 reminds me of a Porsche a little, with this ducktail spoiler, and it also has a long light strip pixelated in similar fashion to the Ioniq 5. Higher spec versions of the Ioniq 6 are also available with digital camera mirrors, however this has traditional door mirrors. Overall, the look of the Ioniq 6 is progressive for Hyundai's brand, but what do you think of it? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Stepping inside, it has some similarities with the Ioniq 5, including these dual screens, the infotainment and the digital driver's display, and also plenty of buttons for the climate control, which is useful. You can also get it with fully reclining seats for resting while you are charging. This centre console is also different to what you get in the Ioniq 5, as it is fixed in place, and it also has two useful cup holders, plenty of USB charging points, and it is designed in such a way that you should be able to work from here with a laptop while you are charging. From the driver's seat it feels spacious too, with plenty of adjustment available from the seats and also from the steering wheel, while all-round visibility from the cabin is good, even with that sloping rear roofline. Stepping into the rear seats, it feels comfortable back here too, and it's very spacious with lots of legroom. This is my regular driving position, although those over 6 foot might find the sloping roof a bit restrictive for headroom. Elsewhere there is two sets of Isofix mounts for family buyers, two useful USB-C charge points, nets behind the seats for storage, and a comfortable armrest too, so overall it's pretty good back here. The Ioniq 6 has 401 litres of boot space, which is okay, but not quite as good as a Tesla Model 3, for example, or a BMW i4. You do, however, get additional space underneath the floor for charge cables and other items, while the seats do also fold down if you need to carry flat pack furniture. The Ioniq 6 has a competitive price tag too, starting from €48,295 for the smaller 54 kWh battery model, an entry signature specification, significantly undercutting many of its rivals. The smaller battery gets you a claimed range of around 429 kilometers. The long-range 77 kWh battery model starts from €54,315 in entry spec, and it is competitively priced considering it has a class-leading range of 614 kilometers. Equipment in the entry signature specification is good too, with 18-inch alloy wheels, heated front seats, LED front and rear lights, dual zone climate control and the rear spoiler all as standard. Step up to elegant specification from around €62,000 and you get leather upholstery, remote smart parking, automated driving features, a Bose speaker system, heated rear seats, ambient mood lighting and lots more. Like the Ioniq 5, the Ioniq 6 has a few different battery and motor options. It starts with a 53 kWh battery, but this one has the larger 77.4 kWh battery, which is the one to go for if you can afford it. It has a claimed range of up to 614 kilometers, which is well above anything else on the market right now in the class. You can get all-wheel drive, but this version that we're driving is the standard single-motor rear-wheel drive version, and in our opinion, it's all you'll ever need. It has plenty of power with 228 horsepower. It overtakes easily if you need it, and it cruises along very comfortably and capably indeed. There are different driving modes available too, including Eco, Normal and Sport, but For the most part, you'll want to keep it in eco mode to preserve that range. It's quite comfortable on the move too, even with these large 18-inch alloy wheels. There isn't much road noise coming through in the cabin, and it feels overall good and comfortable from the driver's seat. In terms of handling, it isn't the most inspiring car to drive, if we're honest. Not quite up there with the likes of the BMW i4, but it will tick most boxes for most drivers, and it is easy to drive around town, even though it is a long car. So, should you buy the Ioniq 6? Well, if you're looking for an electric saloon that looks and feels quite different to anything else on the market right now, has lots of range and a smooth drive, then it's definitely one to consider. Aside from the impressive styling is of course that class-leading 614 kilometer range, which is ahead of anything else in the class right now. That said, its practicality is compromised because of that sloping rear roofline compared to some of its rivals which do have better space, while its styling is somewhat divisive depending on your own taste. All in, the Ioniq 6 is one of the standout electric saloons on the market right now, and it is likely to prove popular for years to come as a result. Check out Carzone to read our full review of the Ioniq 6, where you can also browse cars for sale from trusted sellers in Ireland.